In her living room at her home in Normandy, Francine Nelson remembers the story of her life, which could inspire a book of her own. This French woman was forced to suffer, like many in her generation, the chaos of World War II, when Nazis occupied half of France, including Paris, where she lived.
At the beginning it was not so bad, but after that we did not have anything to eat. The Germans took everything, even potatoes, and my mother had to wait in line.
Then the Allies launched D-Day invasion and managed to liberate Paris late in the summer of 1944. That is when Mrs. Nelson's love story with America began, as she met her husband, Robert Nelson, a GI.
One day my father was in a cafe and there was a lone GI there all by himself. So my father told him, he says, "Why don't you come over?" One evening we heard all that noise in the staircase because I was living in my apartment, in our apartment in Paris. And we saw those guys arriving with helmet, guns and all that.
Francine and her sister fell in love with two American soldiers. After the war, they all moved back to the US. Francine settled down with her husband in Fort Wayne, Indiana. But she did not stay there too long, as Mr. Nelson started working for a company named IBM. The tech giant relocated them several times, even back to her native France in Paris, where her husband died at only 51. Decades later, she still misses him dearly. Nowadays, Francine Nelson tells her story to Americans visiting France, who are eager to learn about her experience during World War II and her life in the United States. It is also another opportunity for Mrs. Nelson to talk about her husband's legacy. As the world pays tribute to the fallen soldiers for the 75th anniversary of the D-Day, Francine Nelson looked back at her life between both sides of the ocean.
I think to me the best thing I did was marry an American and go to the States and come back and we taught our children to love two countries, the United States and France. I mean, to me, those two countries are made to understand each other and to work together and to do things together.
World War II was a bloodbath, but among chaos, many like Francine Nelson found love and reasons to hope for a better future after so many sacrificed their lives. Nicolas Pinault for VOA News, Vernon, France.